Good evening. It is Monday, February 10th. I'd like to call this regular school board meeting to order. Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Good evening, board. All right. Any changes, amendments, additions, or deletions to the agenda tonight?
No, sir.
I have no
Superintendent?
changes tonight.
Well, look at that. All right. Moving on to the minutes. Superintendent, do we have a recommendation on approval of minutes?
I recommend approval of the minutes from the school board workshop, January 21st, 2025, the regular meeting, January 27th, 2025, and the special meeting of the Finance and Corporation, January 27th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Dodd, second by Mr. Mathias. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Representation, item 4.01, recognition of the Career and Technical Education District Advisory Council members. Marta Ramirez.
Good evening, Superintendent Carnegie, board members, distinguished guests. So Brian and I are here to celebrate CTE Month. Lake County Schools is proud to join institutions nationwide in celebrating Career and Technical Education Month this February. This month is dedicated to recognizing the significance of CTE and the achievements of CTE programs throughout Florida. We are excited to collaborate with the Florida Department of Education to highlight the opportunities offered through our CTE courses. We understand the profound impact these programs have in our students and their future. A vital component of CTE is our District Advisory Board, which consists of representatives from local government, post-secondary education institutions, businesses, industry organizations, nonprofit organizations, workforce organizations, and various departments within Lake County Schools, including ESE, federal programs, and student services. The CTE Advisory Board plays a crucial role in a wide range of functions. Their expertise and insights into local industry, workforce needs, and curriculum development are essential in shaping our current CTE programs and in guiding them. Additionally, they help create valuable work-based opportunities for our students. The diverse perspectives they provide are instrumental in ensuring that our students are well prepared for successful careers. At this time, we would like to invite the members of the CTE Advisory Board to please come forward for recognition.
But he wanted to take your picture.
So Lake County Schools wishes to extend a sincere appreciation for your participation and support in our CTE District Advisory meetings. Your dedication to student success is truly inspiring, and your involvement will significantly enhance the outcomes of our CTE students. We are eager to continue our collaboration with you and look forward to building upon the conversations, recommendations, and ideas that we have shared. Together, we're shaping a pathway for our students, equipping them with the skills and knowledge they need to achieve success. Your commitment to CTE programs at Lake County Schools is deeply valued and genuinely appreciated. Once again, thank you for your time, expertise, and support.
We would also love to shake your hands if you guys want to come to the side. Miss Natalie will let you up.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to see you again. How are you?
Appreciate you, lady.
You bet. Thank you very much. We appreciate y'all very much.
appreciate you, sir. It's good to see you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you again. Appreciate your service very much. Public input. We do have one card this evening. Farmer Banks, come on up.
Farmer Banks Helfrich, Clay Road District, South Lake County. Farm tip of the day, February the 14th is coming up. It is not only Valentine's Day, it is also the day to put your seeds, spring seeds, into the ground. So, Madam Superintendent, Board, distinguished guests, roughly 100,000 years ago, our foremothers and our forefathers did something they had never done before. They trusted. That's right. Families came together to form tribes. These tribes later in life formed towns, villages, cities, civilizations. Civilizations then went forward to create art, literature, and also government. This trust, where did it come from? A kind gesture, possibly a decent addition, possibly some kind of exchanging of food. The foundation for trust is this: kindness, decency, and kindness, decency, and there we go, civility. Yes. So nowadays, we seem to have a mistrust in just about everything. We find ourselves not even trusting government officials, not trusting branches of government like our judicial branch. We find ourselves not trusting our friends or family. How do we change that? We change that by being decent to each other, by being kind to each other, by being civil to each other. Back 100,000 years ago, it was the woolly mammoth that we took down when we worked together. Now it seems like the woolly mammoth is us. So the next time you look at that person on your left or look at that person on your right, and you may ideologically not agree with them, remember that as citizens, we are all American. My name is Farmer Banks Helfrich. May you all be blessed. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Farmer Banks. Right, under reports, Dr. Johnson is sick tonight, so we don't have an Education Foundation report. However, we've got Ms. Zoe Banton of Lake Mineola High School here this evening to present a Superintendent Student Advisory Council report. Come on up, Zoe.
Hello, everyone. Hope you all are well. I am Zoe Banter from Lake Mineola High School. I am the SGA president as well as the senior class vice president. I'm honored to be here tonight to give you guys a brief overview of what SSCC has been up to for the past 2 months. So last time I was here, since I was last here, SSCC has hosted a SGA conference, Student Leadership Conference on January 11th. At Lake Mineola High School. Almost 300 students from each SGA from our 8 schools showed up across the district. So this conference began first with a panel of former Lake Mineola students who were a part of SGA. They detailed what they're currently doing right now. For example, some of them work at banks, some of them work at with state representatives, for example, or they're still in college studying. So at this panel, many SGA members commented about how beneficial it was for them to get a good perspective of how things that you learn from SGA, such as leadership, organization, commitment, in community, valuing community is extremely important in benefiting your future. And then after that, we went into breakout sessions, which were the workshop topics that I talked to you about last time. So Lake Mineola, for example, we covered fundraising. So we covered how we work with local businesses here, such as Flow Dash, how we help volunteer at their races. So there's actually a race coming up this Saturday if you guys would like to show up. We get donations from them. Flow Dash has been an amazing supporter of Lake Miola's SGA. We fundraise through our chocolate fundraiser. We also fundraised through recently, this is the first year doing it, Vertical Raise. So that's just an example of some things that we talked about in our specific workshop. And in other workshops, we talk about the importance of mental health and student morale. We talked about organization and proper communication, not only between your club, but also with your school at large. And utilizing social media as a good way to branch not only the people in SGA, but the whole student body. Our special project for this event was a food drive in collaboration with the Neighborhood Center of South Lake. For the first part of this, schools brought their donations to the conference. We collected 251 pounds worth of food, which is equivalent to 209 meals. And donations are still coming in. Lake Miola, we have 103 cans that I counted today. East Ridge has like 3 huge boxes full of food, and Umatilla also brought a box full of food today. So I am extremely grateful for this opportunity to be able to serve my community like this. It has been a blessing to be able to help facilitate an event like this, to be able to help those who are less fortunate, especially when I'm in a position of privilege to be able to give at least something to others. We are currently planning another service project that includes having a drive for feminine hygiene care. That will be able to hopefully be distributed over the summer break so that people who need those products do not have to worry about paying the high cost over the summer, as well as we're also planning a meet and greet for SGA leadership to talk to local community members and business owners to gain valuable job information and hopefully connect to get internships or future job opportunities as well. Earlier today at our meeting, we did a debrief about our conference and discussed the purpose of SSCC as we have been encouraged by our superintendent to meet with our respective student groups to bring back in general concerns that the student body may have, whether it be, let's say, for example, possibly they have a concern with maybe dress code or maybe a certain policy in, let's say, the student handbook, for example, that they would like to get changed. We will be having a Google form shared out to each respective school to be able to get back their feedback so we can be able to bring that back to the next SSCC meeting, which would be on March 3rd, to be able to discuss as a group what's the best way we can go about this and start, writing down the steps so we can go and be able to properly represent our schools. We have also started to develop a constitution to better define our purpose, core values, and the responsibilities of SSCC. This will be a guiding document for future SSCC groups as well as a way to create consistency across all student government associations at every school. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Thank you.
Excellent report, Zoe. Thank you very much. Attorney report, Mr. Cole.
No report.
All right. No unfinished business either. Moving on to the consent agenda. Superintendent, do you have a recommendation?
Recommend approval of consent agenda items 8.01 through 10.02.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Mathias, a second by Dr. Luke. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously 5-0. We do have one item on discussion this evening. 1101, Mr. Cole, I believe.
Yes, sir. So we have a request by Tyler Brandenburg, School Board Chairman, District 2, to attend the FSBA Annual Day in the Legislature on March 19th to 20th in Tallahassee. This is for official school board business, and we seek the board's confirmation, that this is for official school board business and that the travel complies with the rules of the State Board of Education and Section 1001.391 of the Florida statutes. And according to that statute, immediately preceding a request, the public must have an opportunity to speak on this specific travel agenda item. Therefore, at this time, I'll ask if anyone would like to speak to this item. Seeing none, I don't believe a recommendation is necessary, just a confirmation by the board.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion by Ms. Cunningham, second by Dr. Luke. Any discussion?
Yes, I have a formula I'd like for you to take to Tallahassee.
Give me your spreadsheet and I will gladly take it up with me.
You have my vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Superintendent, your report this evening.
All right, well, since we last met, I have one letter of condolence that was sent to the family of Mary Bailey. She's the principal at Umatilla Middle School. She lost her grandfather, Melvin Claypool, so condolences to her and her family. Also, I just wanted to highlight, this is CTE month, and one of the things that's happening in the legislature tomorrow is we were invited, along with Deanna Thomas, the Executive Director of Lake Technical College, to come up and speak before the Housing and Workforce Subcommittee. They are particularly interested in our work with Lincoln Park. They found it to be an innovative design and something that they have asked that we highlight, along with our partnership with Lake Tech and Lake Sumter State College with Lake Works, which is that articulation agreement, so that the credits for all of our CTE courses and how those matriculate across those other entities for college credit. That's some great work that's happening there. And then also highlighting the Lake Tech's Transportation Hub in Tavares. We have about 40 students that are over there during the day working on all the vehicles for the city of Tavares. It's an incredible program and something that you all may want to know more about. So it's something that we can certainly highlight. But those are the three things they've asked us to come up and talk about. And so Frances Sellis is there, and she will be representing us at that meeting because it is very early in the morning. So grateful to her, and know she'll do a tremendous job on our behalf tomorrow, and just grateful for that opportunity. Also, since our last workshop with RSM, they have sent over to Mr. Ward what their final recommended scope of work for instructional materials and cybersecurity. So I'm going to be forwarding that to you all. If you'll take a look at it, see if there's any changes that you want to make. They'll be happy to meet with each board member individually or collectively if you want them to come back to review those two items. We certainly want to get the instructional materials audit that you had asked for underway. And then we're going to come back to you with some more recommendations in regards to the procurement audit. Just wanted to collect more individual feedback on that, so I'd like to meet with you and RSM individually to get some more feedback on that, and then bringing it back either via a workshop or some other means to get some direction on that. I think that was the one where you had more feedback and discussion and felt like we needed to maybe capture more of your thinking around that one before we move forward. So watch for the cybersecurity and the instructional materials to be coming your way, and then I'll follow up with each of you on that. So that's on its way. Also, just wanted to congratulate Lisa Bryant, one of our ESC teachers at Lake Minnehaha High School. She was selected as our Teacher of the Year for Lake County, so congratulations to her, and I want to thank our Education Foundation and all our community partners, including Jenkins Auto Group and Ernie Morris Enterprises, Jostens, and Insight Credit Union, and all of those that made it such a special night, and great recognition of all of our amazing teachers that were all celebrated that night. And also just want to congratulate Friday, Mr. Dodd and I had a chance to witness our spelling bee. That's always a fun event. And Catherine Mizialko of Gray Middle School was our winner, and her winning word was anthropology. And then also just celebrating all of our science fair winners. We had a chance to recognize them last week. It was a great event week, celebrating science fair and spelling bee. Lake Minnehaha High School being named a national demonstration school. So lots of great things that are happening right now. So I just want to highlight those, and that's all I have tonight.
Dr. Luke?
I've certainly touched on some of the things I was going to talk about. I got to go to the middle high school science fair on Tuesday, and those children are brilliant. One of the young men that I spoke to talked way above me, and it was incredible just to listen to their ideas and the production of something that he even said that he has a patent for companies that are asking him to intern with him already. And I asked if he was going to accept the patent, and he said no, he's going to start his own company. And so junior at Lake Minnehaha High School. It was incredible. I also wanted to congratulate the Eustis High School boys and girls for their district championship wins on Friday night, and they're hosting the regional semifinal game this Wednesday evening in the Panther Den, if anybody wants to come. And on Saturday is the Panther Pride in the Park event, which is a fundraising agent done by the EHS Boosters, Athletic Boosters Club. There'll be barbecue, and there's a reverse draw and an opportunity to win an e-bike, and it's in the Fair and Park. Sounds like a lot of fun. I know that several of us will be in attendance of athletic parents will be there, but if anybody from the community is looking for something to do, it'll be a good time. So, thank you.
Mrs. Cunningham?
I'd like to offer my congratulations to both the Tavares High girls and boys basketball teams. They had a successful season. They're not champions, but they had a successful season. I'd also like to commend Tavares Elementary. I will be there tomorrow morning. They are having 2 assemblies in celebration of Black History. It's a repeat of last year, and it's an interesting event because they've incorporated it into reading. So it's going to be I'm going to be doing a couple read alouds, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to being at several other schools to be reading. I'm happy this time of the year always makes me very happy because I get to sit in front of children and read. I don't have anything else.
Mr. Dodd? 2 weeks ago, I was sick, and boy, was I so happy to be back to health this past week because it was an incredible week with all those events and the opportunity to see the showcase of our student achievement right there on center stage. You know, the spelling bee was phenomenal, especially when you get these elementary school kids holding their own against the middle school kids in the spelling. We've got a lot of brilliant minds in this county. The science fair, I did not volunteer to judge middle and high school because I was afraid of exactly what you just described. I did judge the elementary kids. Oh, we just talked. Okay, well, there we go. Because I was just afraid they were going to run circles around and I wasn't going to understand anything that they were saying. We have just absolute brilliant kids in this county, and it's remarkable. And it's so great that we have so many opportunities for them to showcase that. So big thanks to the curriculum team, because I know that is not easy to put together all of these events happening in such a short period of time, and then you close the door on those and you turn around and suddenly they're planning History Day. So I know that that's coming up. Also, just thinking about the CTE world, absolutely brilliant job and so innovative what we do here. As I think about, already I was impressed when I first joined the board, and I got kind of the overview of CTE, and to think about what we've done over the last decade is just truly incredible. We now have so many opportunities for kids that didn't exist back then, and now they do, and that we provide so much purpose for these kids and their learning and making learning relevant, getting some hands-on experience in arenas that we would have just never thought possible. And I just love that there's a whole team of people that support that. And I tell you, I've probably heard more about you all than I have actually spent talking to you all, because you can't go anywhere without people bragging about, oh, Marta, she's just the best. Oh, Brian, oh my goodness. Everywhere I go, that's what I hear. That's what I hear everywhere. And so keep up the outstanding work. You make us very, very proud. Thank you. Mr. Mathias.
That was really good.
I didn't even practice.
Well, in my case, I had the pleasure of judging the science fair, and I think it's based on competency, because they had me with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And I will assure you, they also talked over my head. I want to also congratulate Lisa Bryant, and as an ESE teacher, that commitment that all kids can learn in the true spirit of Lake County, that really warmed my heart when she won, to be quite honest. And CTE, everyone knows how close that is to my heart, and we do great things, and I'm really happy to celebrate this month, and thank you very much for your efforts and the entire volunteers that come before that help guide the program. So thanks so much.
So first and foremost, happy birthday, Dr. Luke.
Oh, shoot, happy birthday.
I was seeing if it was going to get all the way down to me, and I was glad that it did, so I had to get that out there before someone said, oh, one more thing. But thank you for joining us this evening.
Brian, Marta, you guys do an incredible job, as you know, and Mr. Dodd so eloquently said. Our advisory council members are great, but you guys corral that and make it all happen and make those quarterly meetings very impactful and very useful. So thank you for all that you and your team do to continue to grow CTE and CCR in our district.
The next one I've got to give is actually first to Style Magazine, because I think they do such an incredible job highlighting all the things that go on in Lake County schools. One that I didn't know about until I was reading through it again today was that Kevin and April Von Maxey from Tavares have had their cross-country running club for years, and they just won the 2025 FLYRA Indoor Youth State Championship with 7 individual state champions and 15 state medalists. They've built that program into a powerhouse, and one of their athletes even had the fastest time in the state, or I'm sorry, in the nation, for the 800-meter indoor state championship, Navid Lozano. So just an excellent job all the way around. So I want to give a shout out to them. Also, Leesburg High School girls and boys basketball team are also district champions, moving on this week into the regional round. Looking forward to some great games there as well. And last but certainly not least, congratulations also to Jensen Luke on starting as a true freshman at the D1 level at Florida International University this past week. I know Mom's very excited down there. I think they had a big win Thursday or Friday night, I saw. And it's just going to be a fun season, so congratulations. Looking forward to watch her continue to excel. Any other comments from anybody before we adjourn this evening? Yes, sir. All right, we are adjourned.